Let's go ahead and get started. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Wholesome Hoodlum Let's Play podcast. I hope you're a returning guest. Thank you for joining us. I'm joined with Gia, and we're going to talk about games and shit while we play games and shit. So, Gia, how you doing? What are you playing?
I'm on the Final Fantasy 15 Comrades expansion.
And I like everybody's playing that right now, at least on my friends list from you guys, the main friends of mine. Everybody's playing that. How is it? How you like it so far?
Uh, I just started it. Me, the character, just got to the town, through the tutorial, I guess. It's been a while since I played it, so I gotta get used to the combat system again.
Right. Yeah, how was Final Fantasy 15? I mean, I know that David really likes it, but he likes everything Final Fantasy. I feel like his opinion on that would be biased.
Um, I like it, but you know me, I never finished it. I think I got
Right.
to
I
the
mean,
half.
it's a really long game, isn't it? Like 60, 70 hours or whatever?
Uh, well, let me see. Yeah, I think I had 30 hours into it before I dropped it, pretty much.
Okay, so I don't even really care about the main story so much as just some good conversation here. Why do you think you don't finish games?
Uh, Let me see. Well, it's usually just some other game comes out that catches my attention, and then I just never make it back to the previous game.
Right. I mean, that happens to me a lot. It's not even necessarily with new games. It's just a game will go on sale, and I'll be like, oh, well, that's on sale. I'll pick it up. It would be stupid not to buy it, which is the constant justification I have for buying things on sale.
Yeah. And
Uh,
it's also the same thing that a lot of games I pick up are also multiplayer games or like
right.
games that don't actually have an ending. You know?
Damn it. Sorry, I crashed. So what's the last game you played start to finish? Or not maybe not start to finish, but you were very motivated to finish.
South Park.
Right. Yeah, you did take care of that, right? So what's the difference between that game, other than the obvious answer of it being a single player game only? What's the difference between that game and other games? Would you think, from your perspective, that makes you made you finish that one but not others?
Uh, well, with South Park, it's because it's a sequel. I finished the first game and I really liked it. So playing the second game, it's just I was really into it. And again, I guess it could just be the franchise behind it because it's a South Park game.
Right. That's what I mean. Well, that was part of the reason why I said it's a obvious answer for me because I know that you like those games or that you like South Park. I mean, we all like South Park quite a bit, except for my girlfriend. My
Right.
girlfriend is not a big fan.
Yeah,
She
everyone has their own taste.
she feels that South Park is too centrist and that they're always what's her exact like phrase that they're like they water down the conversation by making both sides look like they're not like like they're wrong in some way instead of really tackling larger issues, which I can somewhat agree. But I feel like that's kind of like South Park's style. And I think I agree with that more than anything. This is kind of more podcast discussion, but I think I agree with that more than anything because I don't like people, and I think when they get their stupid fucking opinions and get all on their high horses, that they have a tendency to overlook really easy to see mistakes that they're making. So South Park does a good job of pointing that out for everybody. Would you say that the new game was like that? Was there any political or social things that got brought up in that game?
Let me see. I mean, there were. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go through the story again in my head.
It's all right.
Um,
Take your time. I mean, I did kind of like blindside you with this whole podcast and that question. So
uh, Political things. I mean, it's typical of like South Park humor where they poke fun of certain things. Like if you're, most of the stuff is caught up with the previous season.
right, which I'm
You know,
not.
if
Yeah,
they're
I'm not familiar with some of the newer stuff that South Park's done in the last couple seasons. Like I know that they've been doing this kind of like season-based, overarching storyline, more traditional television type deal. And
right,
people like it, but I don't know. I kind of miss the old days, personally.
all right.
Okay, so it's just kind of like it's what you would expect from the show. It's more in line with what you would get from this more recent seasons of the show. Do you?
Actually, I wouldn't. I mean, there's just a bunch of like. Okay, there's obviously a one long narrative going throughout the entire game.
Right.
Uh, you know, starts
What the
off,
fuck?
but since it's just the beginning of the story, I don't think it'll spoil much. But the main goal that's presented to you in the beginning is to find a missing cat for $100, so that Coon and Friends can start their franchise, their Netflix series and whatever movie franchise they have planned,
Right.
pretty much. And
Okay.
it just it just kind of just keeps to that theme of trying to find the cat, trying to make money. The kids are all interested in just making money, making a franchise. And South Park is just a bunch of stuff going on the side. Everyone's like confused. It's I don't know how to put it, but
It's a South
yeah,
Park story. It sounds actually more
yeah,
closer. It sounds more in line with like the old South Park than the new South Park.
right. Like
It's kind of silly.
there's a serious like subtext or like something going on the side that's obviously going on. People are dying. There's like fights breaking out and stuff like that. But the main focus is still something silly, like getting $100.
I see. Right. Okay. Well, I mean, I was just asking because I was interested. I wasn't trying to make it into a conversation. I just wanted to know if there was anything about
It's
it.
fun. There's plenty of stuff like callbacks to like older things, like previous South Park seasons, and
I mean, ultimately,
yeah,
the important thing is that it's fun. So, you say
yeah.
it's fun. I believe you. Um, well, dude, I was just about to segue into something strong. Oh yeah, no, not even the same thing, but on a different note. And this is before we talk about the elephant in the room. I bought a PlayStation Pro. My PlayStation was giving me some trouble. I finally broke, and bought a new one. And I am thoroughly impressed with it, and somewhat disappointed in some aspect. In terms of performance, it's awesome. I'm right now. Oh god damn it! I'm playing Just Cause 3, which was
How's the
like
noise
impossible.
level?
What'd you say?
How's the noise level on it?
What do you mean the
Like the
noise
system
level?
itself?
Oh, you know
Like, cause
what?
my systems.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Cause yeah, the old PlayStations have a tendency to get very loud when things get kind of crazy, and or like particularly intensive
Right.
from a graphical standpoint. Like newer games generally always will cause your system, the fan, to start running crazy. This one's pretty quiet, I'd say. There's you can turn boost mode on and off for all games, and I've heard people say that boost mode makes the PlayStation get louder, but I don't really think that's true. It's pretty quiet.
Maybe it's an over time kind of thing. Like,
Perhaps. I mean, yeah, like
yeah.
I'll have to see because it's still pretty. It's like less than a week old at this point. So here's what I like about it, right? If you're a fucking like technophile and you love different things related to technology, you're gonna probably enjoy this, right? You have different options for outputting. You can make huge ass screenshots. I don't remember what the exact output was on the screenshot, but it's much higher than what you could do before. I think the screenshots are in 1080p, whereas before they were at 720. It might even be bigger. So we're
Yeah.
talking big screenshots, which is a minor, not important aspect that was available before, or wasn't
Hmm.
available before. Sorry, I'm doing a challenge in the game, so I'm a little distracted. Um, you can capture audio or not audio, sorry. You can capture video in 1080p now, which where before it was only in 720. You can stream in 720, 720 at 60 frames a second, 1080 at 30 and 1080 at 60. And those are all great things if that's what you're doing. I've taken full advantage of a lot of those things already because I've been doing some streaming and stuff like that. I don't stream at full 1080 because that seems like it would take up a lot of like bandwidth. But if it were an option that I felt like I could do without knocking out the internet for everybody else in the house, I would definitely be taking advantage of it. Streaming at 720 at 60 frames a second, though, is a pretty cool feature. However, if you're not trying to make your gameplay visible to other people, it's really just kind of a normal PlayStation that runs better. Um, and that includes I mean, right now, like I said, I'm playing Just Cause 3, which was broken as fuck initially on release, and pretty much continues to be on the OG PlayStations, and I'm having no problem at all, and that's really fucking cool. But you're not going to see huge differences like that in every game. So, like what people say about it kind of being a niche thing, And if you don't have one already, I would definitely suggest jumping in at this point on the PlayStation 4 Pro. It's the best option out there right now if you're looking for Sony products. But if you already have one, it's really hard to justify a such a big purchase. Although Black Friday is coming up.
Right, right.
So, what do you think about the PlayStation Pro? Have you been tempted to get it? Has it been on your mind at all?
I've been more tempted for like something like the PlayStation VR instead, because I already have a PlayStation 4. Personally, I
Right.
don't care too much about performance, like, upgrading to a Pro. I'd rather get
Right.
something new.
Right, right. Well, what if, I mean, I don't know if this is confirmed or not, but Keaton kind of said it offhandedly that VR in PlayStation Pro performs a lot better. He says. I don't know for sure. I have no way to check. So, as far as I know, it could just be, hearsay. But,
Well, yeah. But for me, I mean,
what
I
if that
would
was the
want
case? What if there was like a
well, I want
sick ass bundle that was at a good price?
to, well, yeah, if it's a good price. Well, no, that would still be probably too much for my budget. But
Right. Yeah, it's expensive. It's totally
I
expensive.
would need to like experience VR firsthand first, because I haven't actually been able to bring myself out to try PlayStation VR.
Right. Yeah, I mean, see, this is my problem with VR, and we were talking about this the last time. We've had some, by the way, anybody who's listening, we've had some major technical issues in the past week with video capturing stuff for me. Probably one of the reasons why I switched over to the PlayStation Pro, but that brought a whole new suite of problems. So we've recorded a different podcast this week about 3 times. One of the things we were talking about previously was VR, and I haven't experienced the PlayStation VR. I would hope that it's like a better experience, but I went to somebody's place and tried out their HTC Vive, I think, on their PC, and it
Oh
was
yeah.
okay. Um, my main complaints, and I think this comes from it being calibrated obviously for this guy and not me, right? So the lenses were the perfect distance away from like the like overall headgear thing to make it very easy for him to see, but I could have dealt with them being maybe further away or closer. Like I would have had to sit down and really fiddle with it for it to be calibrated for my head. I got a big ass head started like to start with. And then I started to get sweaty and the fucking lenses fogged up so it was hard to see and it was really,
Mm.
really blurry in the periphery, and I did not enjoy that at all. And so I don't know. I mean, like also like the list of games right now in that arena are just kind of like simple. It's like you get to be bat. There's like the Batman VR thing where you can throw batarangs and press buttons in the Batcave, but you don't actually do anything Batman related. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
So I mean, I haven't had a good enough experience with it to be like, I want that. I've seen some stuff coming out of Skyrim VR, and people are like really amazed, which again I think is funny because how many times are people going to buy Skyrim? I'm about to buy it again too, so I guess I shouldn't talk shit. If it goes on sale for Black Friday, I'm going to pick it up. But uh,
Well, the Black Friday sale is out now. If anything,
that's the pre Black Friday sale. Apparently on Tuesday there's going to be some more stuff.
oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, or maybe tomorrow. I don't know. It should. They said the 19th, but that's tomorrow, right? So Sunday's kind of weird.
Hmm.
Regardless, so what? Okay, I was kind of surprised to hear this from you. You're not interested in a performance boost because I'm like I like that the most out of the PlayStation Pro right now, the performance boost. And it's not across the board for every game. You're not going to notice huge differences for everything, but I mean, I'm just so happy that things run better.
I mean, the thing is, my games run fine right now, so I don't know how they can get better. Are you talking about load speeds
No, no, no,
or
no, no.
like
Like
stagnant
frame rate's a big thing for me.
stuttering?
Like yeah, that stuttering that happens. You get used to it on the PlayStation, but eventually you're like, "Oh man, this is way like I noticed it immediately with some games like this is way better. It's way smoother." Um I mean, I don't know. I can't think of a game that performed particularly terrible except for Just Cause 3.
Hmm.
And I guess I'm just happy to be able to play it since I paid so much money for it because I bought it in the season pass. But like, I mean, some games are like, what was the game? Fucking well, two games in particular. One of them is Elite Dangerous. I think that's the thing. Maybe I'm excited about the performance because they all happen to be games that I was interested in and playing before. You know, like nobody's gonna get sold on, oh, but this game runs on 60 frames a second if they don't like the game. So, to be more specific, like Killing Floor 2 and Elite Dangerous run at 60 frames a second now on the PlayStation Pro, and it is fucking gorgeous. It's like buttery smooth, and I didn't used to be one of those people that cared about it, but it's just so solid.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, and you'd have to see it. I had the benefit of having already played a shit ton of both of those games, so I could see the major difference. But I feel like sometimes you have to see it side by side in order to really appreciate it.
Yeah, but I mean,
You should come over with your
yeah.
PlayStation.
And then we need two identical TVs.
I mean, we could just
Yeah.
switch HDMI cables. That's not. I'm not Digital Foundry over here, Gia. Jesus.
Well, enough about that. Now we're
Right.
gonna go on to
So let's get to the main, the elephant in the room. I think is the expression everybody loves to use. Battlefront 2. Battlefront 2. I mean, even when we talked about this initially, things have like transpired or progressed a bit differently since last time. So, Battlefront 2 was at like let's say a week ago. Battlefront 2 was still a pay-to-win fucking mess, right? Earlier this
Hmm.
week, or I guess late this week, because this is on Sunday, God damn it, I crashed. Let me restart this. Um, they announced that they were taking out all microtransactions from progression. Progression is all now based on unlocking things, or all the game stuff is tied to progression now instead of loot boxes. People were excited for a second, but in that exact same statement that they released, which I don't have on me right this moment, they also said that they would be bringing back microtransactions later after they had done a bunch of work. And it's a very vague statement. And so now, after the like initial celebration, after everybody's like, "Woo, we won," right? Now there's different reports coming in from like I don't remember. I think it was US Gamer, which is some website somewhere, who said that EA talked to them and said that the microtransaction that progression will be tied to loot boxes when it returns somehow. So really,
Okay.
all this amounts to this statement from EA says, hey, we know you're mad, but still please buy our shit. Which, I mean, I expected that from EA, and he's really fooled, as far as I can tell. A lot of people on Reddit and everywhere on the website, all the different gaming websites are saying, oh yeah, man, I just totally saw this coming. It's EA, don't trust them. So, what do you think of this whole thing? I mean, this like, ploy on its own is worth talking about, I think. What do you think about EA's reaction to this? Because it kind of makes it sound like they're trying to listen, but at the same time, not.
Well, okay. Looking at this from a viewpoint where, say, you're not a gamer or you're not into video games, you just hear this as news, and it's okay. Yeah, of course they're gonna do that because this is a company and they're making a product. And then,
Right, they're saving face. That's not new.
right. But then as a gamer, you want to say like, oh, this is just fucked up. Like, this is a trend we're moving forward with. That everything's loot boxes pay to win. And then there's whole thing about loot boxes gambling. All that
Right.
shit.
So what's your point about loot box? What's your opinion on loot boxes being gambling first?
Um, it depends on the what you can get from the loot boxes, in my opinion. If
Right.
it's
So you
anything that
think
has to
it's
do with if it has anything to do with actually changing the way the game plays, aside from anything cosmetic, you know,
right.
uh, I'm not really for that.
So you're against anything that gives you what would be considered an unfair advantage
Yeah,
because of money. That's the real problem. Unfair advantage is one thing, but because I paid for it is another.
yeah.
Okay, that's fair. I kind of agree with that one. I think, I think we definitely have to get into the habit of talking about the nuances of things. I feel like any news, all news in general, kind of misses the point on that one. But what the fuck is that? Is that the sun in the sky? What? I don't know what I'm looking at here. Anyway, uh, not every game that has microtransactions is evil. Not every microtransaction is evil. I've seen plenty of games that use microtransactions to support a steady stream of free content to its user base. And it wasn't even a free-to-play game. It's just that's how they worked things out, and it never really gave you a huge, advantage over anybody else. I've seen games that use microtransactions in co-op where it, was more or less a grindy ass game to begin with, and microtransactions help that along. Now, I don't like the idea of progression being locked or fixed with me having to pay actual real money, but if it's harmless, and ultimately I'm going to be playing a shit ton of time, putting a lot of time in this game anyway because that's the way it's built, I'm okay with it. However, that's part of the problem, I think. We say that we're okay with one thing, and then the game developers and the publishers decide, well, let's bastardize this to the fullest possible extent, and the next time it comes around, it's way fucking worse. A good example of that would be, we played a shit ton of Mass Effect 3's multiplayer, right, which was a primarily co-op game, and it made all of its money off of microtransactions, of which I took part in, I have no problem in saying, to get better weapons and equipment and things that were going to make us, make it easier for us to do harder difficulty games, right? But from what I heard, the microtransactions in Mass Effect Andromeda for their co-op multiplayer, which is essentially like a copy-paste of Mass Effect 3's, are way worse to the point that it's unfun, And that was not the situation with Mass Effect 3, at least not for me. I know some people hated the multiplayer in that game. But so that's what I'm saying, is that like people say, oh yeah, no, I don't mind it as long as it's this, but then the people in control are like, well, they said they didn't mind it, so fuck them, rape them, and EA and the bigger companies in particular are really bad at that.
Right.
So
And you're always going to be presented with a comment like, well, if you don't like it, just don't buy it, or just don't play it.
right. Right. So what do you think about that? What do you think about that line? Which is, I mean, that dismissive as fuck line. What do you think about it?
Well, I think it's true. If you don't like something, you don't have to take part in it. Just don't. But at the same time, I can understand the resentment with it because it does, I hurt the industry, or it just hurt gamers and gaming in general, because it's going to create like a basis.
Well, it creates a trend. Right. Like, I don't mind microtransactions at all when they're in a place where they belong. But, let's look at the last year. What have we seen? We saw Shadow of War come out with microtransactions that totally affected progression. We saw, what was the other single-player game that had microtransactions? We've seen a bunch of sports games do it. Forza did it, and people are complaining, but a lot of people also like that game. Fucking NBA 2K18 did it, and everybody's upset. Like, it's crazy powerful in 2K18. Apparently, you can't even change your beard without paying real money, or like the color of your hair without paying real money, which is insane, right?
Right.
And then the other, Need for Speed, the newest Need for Speed, which looked like it was going to be a pile of hot garbage to begin with, already on sale for $30, by the way. It's doing it to a pretty heavy extent too. So, I don't, again, like I said, I don't mind things where they belong, but that's not an example of where those things belong, So, that's microtransactions out the way. Never mind Star Wars, EA, Battlefront. So, after the last Battlefront, a lot of people were expecting this one to be better. They asked for a lot of things, and DICE and EA acted like they were listening. Hey, yeah, we got that. We put a story mode in. We have expanded co-op. We've got all these different things. Buy our game, right? And everyone was on board. And then the beta dropped. And, oh my god. Like, I mean, we're talking like star cards for aim assist, star cards for extra damage, star cards for shit that you would never dream of having bonuses on in a normal $60 multiplayer game. I would never accept that. And they were like, no, it's fine. It's for your own, first it was bullshit. First it was, oh no, it's going to work this way. It's for progression and a sense of accomplishment and just blah, 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 shit that we've all heard before that's always fucking lies. And now they're like, oh, but by the way, we're going to fix it because you guys complained a lot, and we didn't realize we were making a mistake, and it's going to be better, and the microtransactions when they come back aren't going to be as bad. Please buy our game. Please trust us. And it's like,
Yeah.
it's literally the most untrustworthy people in the video game industry, aside from like maybe Activision. You can't get much worse than EA, and most people consider EA way worse. I've always hated Activision more, but you know, that's my bias. So,
Well,
go ahead.
actually, from what I've gathered, the people who play the game and like bought and play the game, the base game itself is actually a lot of fun.
Oh no,
Um,
I have no doubt. I played it. I mean, I played the beta and I was like, this is pretty fun. It was just all the other shit that I thought about that wouldn't be.
yeah.
So, I mean, what's your opinion on it after all of this whole debacle?
On just the game itself, or like this
I mean, what are you gonna do?
everything.
You gonna buy it? You
I'm
gonna wait for a
if
sale?
it's yeah, it has to be like a really cheap sale because I don't like I like dice. Like I really want to like dice.
Right. Yeah. No, you're a big Dice fan. You more or less got me interested in Battlefield games. You almost single-handedly. So that's a better conversation. Never mind if you're gonna buy it. I think the answer is always, hey, if I see it cheap enough, fuck yeah. You know, if it comes out 10 months, 6 months to a year from now on a sale for $10, I'm grabbing that shit. Right? That's pretty much a no-brainer. So
Because
how
I
do you
mean,
feel
$10
about?
for a Star Wars single player experience, also, I wouldn't mind that.
And they have a pretty robust arcade mode that looks pretty cool. That was what I was most interested in. I was interested in playing fucking Darth Maul with my girlfriend split screening as like some droid or some shit, and I was just kicking ass at Darth Maul. and and yeah, I was most excited about that. But the fact that it went the way it did, damn it, is upsetting. Um, but I mean, for $10, and if that's all I really see that's of value, because I don't. Every time they talk about a fucking single player campaign, I'm like, it doesn't matter, because they're gonna fucking shit the bed. They always shit the bed. Single player campaigns from any studio that's not Sony these days are all boring, and Sony's doing the exact same single player campaign in every game now.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I mean, Ubisoft isn't that bad with it. I mean, I haven't played the new Assassin's Creed yet. I'm gonna
I
pick
mean,
it up
I
and watch
I
that.
hear that it's good with the exception of that if you're expecting anything particularly amazing or new. I mean, it's still very much Assassin's Creed. It's just got a very beautiful environment and a couple of new mechanics that make it, you know, interesting. A couple of revamped changes.
Uh,
Um, but I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing because Assassin's Creed at its core was fun. It was just when they started doing it every year after year after year that made it kind of less interesting.
now it's
For
just every 2 years, right?
from my perspective. Yeah, I mean, and this break has been a bit of a breath of fresh air. I got to be honest,
Yeah.
especially since it gave them the time to do something new and interesting. So, but back to Battlefront and Dice, and this is what I wanted to ask you, and I got distracted. You're a big fan of Dice and their products, you know, mostly Battlefield and some other shit. Well, mostly the Battlefield games. You even bought Battlefield Hardline at full price, I think, right?
Yeah, I got that one on release.
Yeah, so, and I'm not trying to make fun of you, but that's, you know, that's how much you like the game. You like that studio, and you have a lot of faith in them, and you trust them, and you want them to do well. So, over the last couple years, with, I mean, the complaints that we've seen leveled at DICE, maybe you don't share them, maybe you've heard them and you just don't care. How do you feel about things now? How do you feel about that studio and the products they make now after all of this, plus Battlefront 2?
I feel it just suffers from the same thing that a lot of studios suffer, where they just latch on to this one franchise and they expect it to just carry them through.
Right.
You know, like with Dice, obviously it's Battlefield or you know,
It's the
Battle
Battlefield
whatever.
type games. It's the battle games, we'll say.
Yeah. And it's disappointing, I guess. Just sum it in one word.
So you're saying that you would like to see DICE like branch out and do other things.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Did
That
you
or you know, really bad
did
company.
you even play Mirror's Edge? Not that it was good, it wasn't. But did you play Mirror's Edge?
No, I did not.
Okay, well that's something that they did that's different.
How was that though? I heard from, I
It
think it was from you that it wasn't.
it was okay. It was, I mean, it wasn't uninteresting or bad. It really what it suffered from the most was poor level design. The level design betrayed that game, and in a game about free running and parkour and shit. You have to have pretty tight level design, and they didn't have that. It was more or less a box game with pretty uninteresting, like no, like little city blocks of environments. And so, in order to get from one to the other, you had to have a grappling hook or take a zip line, which really broke up gameplay. When the fun about that game is,
The flow, right? The
yeah,
flow.
the flow. You can't have things like that break it up, or that are like not necessarily even break it up, but force you into the same thing over and over again. There's only ever like maybe at maximum one or two ways to cross the street in that game. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So, I mean that was just a different game. I'd like to see them do different things too. I'd like to see them go back to a more like destruction-based game. Maybe even like I think a lot of
Really
people that
definitely.
said, yeah, like Bad Company, right? I'd like to see a return of Bad Company. I don't think we will. But a lot of people said that Black, you remember that old game on, I think it was the PlayStation 2?
No.
So there's a theory going on that Battlefield 3 is a direct sequel to, not a direct sequel, but a spiritual successor to Black. At least the campaign in Battlefield 3 is. And Black was a game where you shot through environments and like just basically tore shit up with all the bullets in your gun.
So like what was the other one? Red Faction.
I think if you were to compare it to a modern day contemporary, Black was kind of like a mixture of Battlefield, or like not even Battlefield, Call of Duty with like Rainbow Six levels of today's Rainbow Six levels of destruction.
Hmm.
Which, when you say that, sounds pretty fucking cool, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to see them. They don't necessarily have to branch out into like open world games, but I'd like to see them try different formulas for the multiplayer or first person shooter type deal that they've been like basically running the show on for the last 10 years now, you know?
Right.
So you're just kind of
Uh,
disappointed in the whole situation. You're just like, come on, Dice. You're just rooting for him. It's kind of like, this is a terrible example, but it's kind of like really liking like a famous person and then finding out that they sexually assaulted someone.
yeah.
You're just
It's
like,
more
come
fun.
on. Except these people
Yeah.
keep making games, and they keep making them poor. I guess it's really a bad example, but you know, you're just disappointed in something because you think better of them.
Right.
Right.
I mean, Battlefield 1 was fun. It just didn't have too many people to play with.
Right.
No,
Yeah, I mean, I
really.
was not so crazy about the idea that Battlefield 1 had so many like full auto, oh damn it, full auto weaponry.
I think another thing, just I'm just getting tired of is with Dice and Battlefield type games is just the progression and the time like it
Yeah.
takes.
Yeah, dude, when I was younger, like the idea of spending that much time in Battlefield was not like ridiculous. I would get on and play for hours and hours, but like now I don't want to do that because most people are stupid, and the experience of playing with stupid PUBG or pub teammates, not PUBG, pub teammates is just fucking awful.
Yeah.
And and secondarily, like why the fuck should I have to spend several hours trying to progress just because you wanted to slow it down so I had to buy more of whatever boxes you got in the background? Because Battlefield 4 had that, and that was the biggest difference I felt between Battlefield 3, was that the progression was so much fucking slower.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's a good example, right? Like it's not just the hardcore like loot box thing. It's just that they, you know, when you put loot boxes in games and you plan on making money off of them like that, you're gonna slow down progression. You're gonna make the game less enjoyable, less fun, or just more of a goddamn grind. And some people are okay with that, and some people aren't. Um, than it needs to be, and nobody really wants to deal with that as they get older. Like, you know, there might be some 17-year-old who's like, I thought Battlefield 4 was great, but like, yeah, great. What about people who have a job or fuck, I don't know, a podcast that they're trying to get done? You know, like I can't afford the time to just spend a shit ton of like time sitting in one place playing one game to not make any progression. I do that enough with every other game, but like I want to make progression when I do that, you know?
Right.
And it seems like Dice hears that, but just doesn't give a fuck.
I don't know. I mean, thing is, neither of us work for those. Neither of us make video games. We can't.
Yeah, right, you're right, but like, here's my thing, right? After, I mean, they definitely have some contract with EA, right? EA owns them probably. I don't know if that's for if they own them, but like, there's definitely some agreement there that makes them under the hand of EA. But there couldn't have been a better way to introduce like those features. What if they had said, what if they had done like a really robust co-op, like using Mass Effect as an example? What if they had done a really robust co-op and it just had all the loot boxes right there? I would have been okay with that. Maybe it's
Wait,
a
what do
little
you mean?
grindy, but that's a whole new. Yeah, like let's take the arcade mode and let's flesh it out a bit more. Add some progression, a shit ton of customization, and then lock some shit behind loot boxes.
Never.
Fine. That's what people do. I got that. That's co-op. It doesn't affect multiplayer games. I'm not in love with the idea, but if people I got a little distracted. I didn't get to the other point I was going to make. Games are expensive to make, right? I understand developers and even to an extent publishers wanting to, pad their pockets a little bit to make back the investment. I get that. And games haven't gone up in price to adjust for inflation in a very long time, right?
Hmm.
So if they feel the need that they absolutely, positively need to put microtransactions in the then okay. But find a way that doesn't make it seem predatory to all the people that trusted you enough to buy your fucking game. I think so. I think that's more than fair. Damn it. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't feel like we made any solid strong points there. I think we're just kind of covering the whole Battlefield thing. I have a feeling that despite their efforts, they're still going to see lower than expected sales because nobody trusts them. A and B. I mean, they even kind of showed their hand already with the fact that they said that microtransactions would be back. Or, and this is just an idea, this is just my idea, take all progression locked microtransactions out of the game and then just introduce a customization system that all runs off of ridiculous cosmetics. People love that shit. I'm not crazy about it. I'm not going to be the guy that buys it, except for occasionally. But people love that shit. They take part in it happily, and it doesn't affect gameplay. The main problem here is not necessarily just microtransactions or whether or not they're gambling. The main problem is it affects gameplay in a way that is wholly negative for a lot of people. I mean, even the reviews of this game right now, we're seeing 60s and 70s, which by most people's standards is shit.
Hmm.
At least by gaming industry standards is shit. I wouldn't say most people. That's not really fair, but...
Well, I guess it's just a matter of just waiting and see what happens. Give it like a couple weeks or a month before they bring it back.
Right. How long do you think it's going to take? Most people are speculating right before or after Christmas break.
That sounds about right. About a month's time, like so 1 to 2 months.
Okay, so what do you think? Do you think it'll be successful? Do you think they'll end up getting
The game
the
itself?
player base they want? Yeah.
No.
You think no? You think
Um,
you think this one's already tarnished? It's like a bad reputation. There's nobody's coming back from this one.
nope. I mean, they'll probably get people. They'll still get sales, but
Oh, of
obviously not what
course.
they want. And it's not gonna help uh, whatever the franchise or whatever in any way.
Battlefront. Okay. I mean, Keaton Keaton said it himself. He's done buying Battlefront games. He didn't explicitly say EA games, although he should have. But he said that he's done buying Battlefront games on the day of, which I think is that's a big step for Keaton. I think he buys games all the time. So do I, but you know,
Hmm.
I'm less excited about buying things full price at any time now just because it's so expensive. And I mean, here, let me tell you why I don't buy games full price. It's not because I'm cheap. I buy plenty of games full price if I feel like the things that I've looked at and seen in reviews are worth picking up despite maybe microtransactions or whatever. And B, uh, if I like it, if I want to support them to a point that I think they're trustworthy. But that's fewer and far between each developer these days because of all of this shit. It seems like in the last 5 years alone, every game that's come out has had some non-gameplay related issue that almost makes it unfun. Maybe not completely, but a little bit. You know, for let's give the game I'm playing right now. Just Cause didn't have it had shit performance, right? Can't do anything
Mm.
about that. At least that's not microtransactions. It had extremely expensive DLC, but DLC's almost less of a demon than anything these days compared to microtransactions.
Yeah, that
Um,
was last year's. Yeah,
right.
right.
That was last year's Pariah. That's a good way to look at it. Uh, what's another game that had like non gameplay related issues? Fucking Shadow of War. Shadow of War seems like a pretty fun game, although it doesn't look as pretty as I would have expected a sequel to a 2014 game to look. It has some pretty serious progression issues locked behind their stupid fucking loot boxes. It wasn't necessary. It didn't need to happen. You know. So how can you justify me spending $60 when that's what they do to games that don't even need that shit?
Uh,
But if I see it for $10, well then the
yeah,
situation's different. You know.
right, right. Maybe that's just maybe that's one of the things that goes through their mind. Is like, okay, people aren't gonna buy this. We'll put it on sale, $30, but then we'll still charge them $30 worth of post-game content.
That might also be true. You
Mm.
know,
Right.
like, and that brings me to the next point I was going to make. Thank you for saying that. Actually, was oh god, damn it, damn it. Hold on, I just made a stupid. I just fucking face planted. So, what is your opinion on people who say that you shouldn't even buy these games when they go on sale because it's still money in their pockets?
Uh, they're not wrong. I mean, if they're purchasing a new, at least
No, no, no.
the
I'm
money
saying if
does.
it's on, even if it's on sale. Like, let's say Battlefront 2 is a horrible failure, and in 2 months' time, after Christmas, it's $20 or it's $10. $10 is ridiculous, but let's say it's $10. You're tempted to get it because fuck it, it's just $10, right? I mean, I got $10 even when I'm broke. I got $10, right? And for like hours and hours of fun and some Star Wars shit, get to swing around a lightsaber, zoom zoom. You know, fuck it, yeah, $10 is worth it to you, right? But what's your argument to these people that say even giving them those $10 is showing them that they can abuse gamers? How do you feel about that?
Well, for me, I was just like, whatever, it's my money. If I want to spend the money I earned on something that I want to play, I'm gonna do it. Yes,
Okay.
I mean, they did fuck over a bunch of people with their practices when this game released, but, honestly, $10 at this point in time, which I'm gonna assume is, let's say, what, half a year, maybe a year
Yeah, I mean,
after it's released.
it'll probably be about if it continues to be as like everybody's fucking least favorite subject for the next several weeks into release, it will probably, or I guess it's already released, but if it continues to be in the news, it will probably be unsuccessful and be, let's say, $20 in another 6 or 7 months, depending on whatever sale comes up. You know, like maybe a
Right.
summertime sale next year.
Yeah, and then going by how Battlefront 1 went, like player base dropped dramatically, I believe, right? So
Right.
in that time, I spend $10. There's gonna be like a computer somewhere in EA, like in a basement, that just goes ding, like, hey, $10, and
Right.
no one's paying attention to it because it's old news. Like in the gaming, like in games especially, new games are pumped out like every quarter, every month,
Right.
even stuff like that. I don't
So
think it's
you
gonna matter.
you
ten
think it's
dollars that
inconsequential
Yeah.
at that point. I mean, I'm on the fence. I feel like that's got to be true, right? It's like they want you to pay $60 for this game. That's why they sell it at that price, and they do things like make huge announcements the week of release that they're going to be changing things around. You know what I mean? They wouldn't do that if they didn't want you to buy it new. But if you get it
Mhm.
used, which I think, honestly, the conversation here ends when you say just buy it used, because at least they don't get any money, right? Fuck them. You still get to play your
More
game,
money.
and they don't get any more money, right? But if you buy it digital on sale, it's still like fucking pennies compared to what they wanted. And there's a good chance that after like, 6, 7 months of different updates, because they're going to support the game regardless, that they might change things in a way that makes it a bit more palatable for gamers. I mean, not a great chance, but it's a chance. So in 6 months, maybe the environment of microtransactions will be less harsh to the gamer, and like your base is going to be smaller anyway. Maybe like, what am I thinking? Sorry, I'm just reading this message I just got. Um, maybe you buy the game and you'll play the single player and you'll take part in you'll take part in the arcade, and that'll be worth your $10, and you won't even touch the multiplayer and therefore not even pay anything into these microtransactions, right?
Right. And
Because
just
in
another
six
thing.
months, hold on, sorry, one last thing.
Yeah.
In 6 months, I'm way less motivated to play a multiplayer game. Like 6 months after release, now, even if I get it for a good price, I'm like, everybody who's still playing this game is going to be way better than me or progressed way further than I have. So the chances of me getting serious about a game that's that old, pretty slim. Go ahead. What were you going to
Right.
say?
Well, no. Well, just first to that point, yeah, that's definitely true. I find like myself not playing multiplayer games for as long as I used to. Like back
Right.
when we played Battlefield, Bad Company, or even Halo, we spent years
Dude.
on a single game.
Yeah, isn't that fucking crazy to think about? I think like
Now we don't.
Battlefield's one thing, but Halo, god damn.
Yeah, I don't think we even spend like 3 months, maybe. Maybe that's a little too short, but we don't spend that much time on multiplayer aside from Overwatch, which.
I mean, yeah, it depends on the game. I play a shit ton of Overwatch still, but even that compared to everybody else is pretty limited. Like a lot of people don't really are over that game in our friend group, which
Mhm.
I can't understand because I have a ton of fun with it every time. But
Well, oddly enough, you were one of the first ones to not like
and
it
I
when it
was,
released.
yes, exactly. That is very strange. I did not like that game upon release, and now that I've like kind of, I mean, I didn't like the aesthetic to that game. I'm still not crazy about it, but I like it for what it does, and that's run really well. Like performance is a big thing for me now. I don't like things that are shitty or choppy, and that game's not. So that's fucking cool. They've done a lot of work in the balancing of that game. When I was still playing that game, when I was playing that game initially, you could still select the same two heroes,
Right.
and that was a big problem for me. And Bastion hadn't had any like reworking. Like Torbjorn's turret was still crazy powerful, and I mean it's still a pretty good weapon, but it was still crazy powerful on consoles. I mean there were a lot of issues that needed tweaking before I came aboard, and once I was there, I was pretty much locked in. I just was playing Moira, the new release character on Overwatch, and she's fucking badass. But yeah, no, sorry, you're right, dude. We don't really play anything other than maybe occasional Overwatch games.
And also, just on the topic of Overwatch loot boxes. Um, that's an example of what I guess we consider a success with loot boxes, although it's not perfect. Like, I would really much prefer if, like, you don't get duplicates.
Well, I mean, I've never bought any loot boxes. Richard has, but I've never gotten anything. I always feel like generally I get okay enough rewards, and they're constant enough too. Like that's another thing. There's a lot to unlock in Overwatch, but it's all cosmetic, and as a result, you just kind of get what you get, and you're not upset. There's yeah, sure, there's shit that you want, and you can get currency to buy it in the game like directly, and but you cannot buy it directly with your money. That's essentially gambling. You don't know what you're going to get, but because it doesn't add progression, it doesn't link to progression. It's harmless. It's just like fuck it. Let the people who want to try and buy the shit or try and unlock the shit they want by excuse me, I cannot words. Let the people who want
Mhm.
to unlock the shit who want to try and get the shit they want through pure blind luck, try it. It's not probably not going to be a success. They can spend as much money as they want on that, but I still unlock things as I go and pretty much always enjoy the game when I play. So yeah, I would say that's pretty successful. I've heard people complain though. They're like, "Hey, I want this costume. Why can't I get this specific fucking costume?" Especially when you talk about some of the major events that they do. Like fuck
Right.
the Genji Summer Games, Olympic Games skin. I fucking want that thing. I won't be able to access that for another like 2 years, I don't think.
Wait, I mean, I never played during those Olympic Games, but can you purchase it with gold?
I don't know. I don't know about that one. Some of the event skins eventually end up being purchasable with gold. I'm not sure about that one in particular. I think some of them end up being like locked out for a while.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Oh god.
So,
Oh god.
uh,
Okay, it's
I was
fine.
just gonna say one more thing just about Battlefront.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like, I just want to, because this is just looking back on myself. I want the game. and all these things we're talking about, stuff like that. I am waiting for an excuse to purchase the game.
That's a good point.
I'm giving like, there's like a lot of things like I don't want to support this, but then the moment something like the whole we're taking out the microtransactions temporarily, it's like, oh, finally I have an excuse to buy the game because they did something.
Right.
But it's I just want to admit that I do want the game. I do want to purchase it, and I am trying to find an excuse for myself to purchase the game.
Right. I mean that's fucking fair. I mean that you can admit that. I felt the same way about Shadow of War, but they unfortunately never got an excuse that was good enough for me to actually buy that game. But yeah, I mean I had heard all the shitty things about it. I wanted to buy it regardless. It never worked out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I felt like it was a shame, but ultimately probably better for me. And I didn't buy it. It didn't happen. But like I also want to buy Battlefront. Fuck. Like I said, I want to play as Darth Maul and do some arcade mode stuff, but I just don't trust him.
Yeah. At least not for $60.
I don't trust him for $60. Yes. So, anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, I ran across something like a couple days ago. So this still has to do with Battlefront.
Yeah, no
Did you
worries.
hear about the EA dev that received like death threats over Battlefront?
I did, but I heard that it was like not true, right? It was just I don't know for sure, but wasn't that just some random person on Twitter? Was it confirmed to be an actual EA dev?
Well, the main speculation, this was Kotaku. They're just saying like the EA dev that came out and said he received death threats, which by the way is something I'm totally saying should never be used. Like it's a video game, don't send death threats.
I mean, never mind video game. What do you think is a valid reason to send a death threat to someone?
You're right. I didn't word it right now. Never send a death threat. It's
Yeah, I mean,
never,
unless somebody has
never.
literally killed someone that you know and gotten away with it, I feel like death threats are almost always a little extreme.
All right. I agree. I didn't phrase it right.
No, no, no. Go ahead.
But yeah,
I'm just ragging
so
on you.
the uh, the person that came out that said they received death threats and they're an EA game dev. According to Kotaku, he might not really be an employee.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, there's
So,
like this one person who's been, I guess, investigating and just trying to figure it out. He can't find any proof of what position he works as, and then there's inconsistencies on how long he's worked with the company, stuff like that.
right.
It's,
So, what do you think about that whole thing? We got about, actually, hold on. We got about 5 more minutes. So, what do you think about that?
I think it's hilarious a little bit.
How so?
Um, just because I feel like when this person first came out, everyone jumped on it. I remember hearing that there were other like news outlets just like covering this, like saying, "Oh look, EA game dev, someone's getting death threats over a video game." This is how like crazy video gamers can be, stuff like that.
Right.
And it's just funny, it's like that now that it's come to light, it's kind of like so no one really did a background check, no one like investigated, no one
Nobody
just
bothered to even check. They were just like, hey, look, story. It's news.
right. It's just
Damn it.
funny but embarrassing and all that stuff. Cringy.
I mean, it's just, there's so many things. It's kind of like, did you say cringy just now?
Yeah, a little
Yeah,
bit.
it is a kind of cringy story for multiple reasons. One, the idea that gamers sending death threats is such a common thing that when you hear about it, you're just like, oh yeah, god damn it. Making us look bad. And you're just like, fuck, why did anybody have to do that? Because it ruins the validity of an argument when you're just like, hey, you better fix this game or else I'm gonna fucking kill you. You
Yeah,
know?
it shifts the focus of a company that's screwing over its customers or its player base to like victimizing the company.
Right, right. This poor company now has to deal with death threats on a day-to-day basis. It changes into this horrible story about how shitty and uncontrollable gamers are. They are. That's the next thing, right? That's the buzzword. We're all so toxic because we're angry about you literally trying to steal from us in some cases. Uh,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my point. Is that like on the one hand it's shitty because it shifts the conversation, a good conversation, away from, oh God, oh God. Okay, sorry, I was trying to figure something out. There we go. It shifts a good conversation. It shifts the focus away from a good conversation into bullshit about people sending death threats. Then you find out that it's not true. This guy's just saying something, and you're just like, what is going on? Why was this even worth talking about?
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, that's
yeah.
the only other thing I had. I don't think there was anything else recently. So
Yeah, I'm listening. Go ahead.
yeah, no, I just don't know if anything else. Is there any other news coming out you want to
Oh,
talk
you
about?
know what? I was going to talk about Injustice, but we kind of just let the conversation roll. I was playing as Hellboy earlier. He's pretty cool. Keaton didn't like him. He said he was too slow. I just like Hellboy, so I just kind of got into it. He's a bit of a brawler type character. That was really the bulk of the news. Really, this whole Battlefront thing has taken up so much news. It's like the only fucking news, you know?
Right.
So it's kind of hard to it's hard to think of anything that's valuable or worth talking about. Forward to in the next like 6 months, like what's the next release you're looking forward to?
Digimon. I think I mentioned it. Well,
Yeah,
this
no,
was
we
on
talked
previous.
about that on the other podcast. Yeah, Digimon. When is that? You said that was pretty soon.
January, I believe.
January. Okay. Yeah, I
We
can't
still got
think
some.
of anything that I'm super excited about. I'm excited on the possibility that Skyrim might go on sale just so I can mod it and play it more. But that's not a new game, and nothing
I
else
mean, we're
really
talking about
pops
games
out.
with a release date. Right?
Huh?
We're talking about games with a release date, like a set date, right?
Yeah, yeah, nothing like Spider-Man or The Last of Us, because I mean we're all very excited about Spider-Man and The
Right.
Last of Us.
Yeah.
You sure you want to do this?
Shoot. What else is coming up? Coming.
All right, we got 58 more seconds. I'm gonna go ahead and give us an outro, and then just log into something else for the Let's Play section. But yeah, thank you guys for listening. That has been my technical. This has been the Technical Difficulties Let's Play podcast, where we talk about Battlefront for 3 times in a week and have different stories every time. If you want to check out any of the stuff I do, go ahead and check me out on iTunes by searching Wholesome Hoodlum Podcast. You can also find that podcast at wholesomehoodlum.podbean.com. You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/wholesomehoodlum. You can check me out on Twitter. Hit me up. See, maybe if you want to be a guest on either one of my podcasts, or you got something important to say, just to tell me I'm stupid. That's pretty common for Twitter these days. Hood Wholesome, Hoodlum as well. And I think that's the last of all of my shameless plugging. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you when I fucking see you. Because honestly, making schedules for me has just been shitty. Bye.
Mhm.
I'm missing Keaton still. Well,
I
he's
am.
here, but he's not here.
Well, I figure if we're waiting for the game, he'll show up before.
Gotcha.
Anyway, we're back with the Let's Play. I'm joined here today. This was actually recorded way, way, way at. When did we do the podcast that we did last time, Gia? Just me and you, because the audio on the last couple got fucked up.
Sunday.
Okay, so our last podcast where I was playing Just Cause, that was on Sunday. The Let's Play portion, which we're doing now, I'm joined by Dante, Gia, and Keaton, and it's now Friday after Thanksgiving. So, boom. Just to give us a sense of time. Actually, since we're waiting, we should probably talk about Battlefront because things have changed again.
Still
Now,
on there,
What's
huh?
changed?
what'd you say, Gia?
Still on there, huh?
Still, well, I mean, it's just like it's the only news, you know? It's like the only thing worth talking about. Nothing's really changed, but like the
Okay.
backlash from Battlefront's bullshit has caused like lawmakers in different countries to start really asking whether or
Oh
not
yeah.
loot boxes are gambling, which we kind of went into before, but I mean, I don't know what answer they're going to come up with, but the fact that their eye is over in that direction is bad news. I'm not necessarily in favor of loot boxes by any stretch, but I also don't want government regulation to fuck up my video games.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I was talking to like Richard, and he was like, "No, they would just work on like loot boxes." I was like, "That's not how that works. Government regulation ruins things. That's why they don't like it. That's why the ESRB was created." So yeah, I hope that nothing serious comes out of it. Although it would be nice if they could like get a couple, you know, if EA and Activision and all the developers would stop with microtransaction bullshit after this. But who knows? Maybe it'll be like a normal criminal after they get a slap on the wrist, where they'll try their hardest, but then eventually just go right back to doing the bad stuff. Anyway, we're waiting for a game in Overwatch. This is going well.
3 minutes.
Alright, so, let's revote. Since Mayhem's not working out too well.
My vote is
Mayhem,
competitive.
Mystery,
Or-
no limits
That's
are
what it is.
competitive.
Or no limits.
Reduce cooldowns and shit.
Yeah, Mayhem.
Mayhem is reduced cooldowns, yeah.
Yeah, so
Increase health, all that.
But apparently no one is playing that.
No
It's
limit.
not enough.
Which one is that one?
No limits?
That's when you can pick, it's like original Overwatch, when you can pick however many characters you want of the same
no limits.
character.
You wanna do that?
I'd be down. I'm down for no limits. If we're not doing competitive, no limits is my choice.
So, I was also looking at motherfucker, dude. I'm gonna kill y'all.
Don't kill them. They know not what they do, Keaton. They're simple cats.
Good.
Get away from it. No, I was looking at
VR?
other shit. And like, the VR can actually be used as like a fucking 3D Blu-ray player, so you can like watch 3D movies. Like,
So now you don't need that expensive ass TV.
it's literally like a fucking cinema, dude. It's crazy. Like, you can even make it bigger.
Are movies in
IMAX.
full like clarity?
I mean, it's probably about as good as it's gonna get for a 3D movie. Like, it's probably because when you're in the theater looking at the 3D glasses, it kind of looks grainy, anyways. So that probably looks legit. I tried to watch.
Keaton.
Okay, fuck it.
Okay, I gotta do this. Hold on. I've been trying to do this ever since I started playing Overwatch again. Gah! Fuck!
Gonna do what? Basketball?
Yeah, shut up. Leave my basketball alone. These are mine. Gah! Ah!
No, I
All
tried
right.
watching the campaign with Will Ferrell in HD, and it was definitely not like crystal clear.
See, now that... I'm gonna wait until they do like PSVR 2 for the PlayStation 5. And then I might join in. Because if I can like see like a big ass wall of like screen, I'm down.
Like, it really, dude, like, yeah, on medium, it's pretty fucking big, and then you put it on large, and it's it's like an IMAX screen. Like, you can get an app to where you can watch shit, and it looks like the surroundings are like an actual theater, or you can make it the moon. You can watch shit on the moon.
Oh my god, so many Winstons! Oh my god!
Mom, what?
Alright, time to switch up.
Yeah,
What's a counter to Winston?
Diva.
6:30, I guess.
Okay.
Give him a heads up. 'Cause I'm supposed to
Wow,
be-
yeah. It's a counter to one Winston, not all of them. Oh, it hurts! Oh god!
Wait, what is this?
What is the counter to Winston? The real true counter?
Well, there's no,
Okay, I'm not doing this. This is not fun.
I'll trust Diva. This is awesome as shit. I mean, yeah, Diva is it. Because you can shoot your rocket at the same time as your gun, so I just hold the gun. And you can also play up here.
Yeah, I'm a bitch. When did Diva get rocked?
Not too long ago.
Okay.
Trust me, you're not too behind. I want to say it was like update before last. Right before we got more of it.
Oh my god, I'm getting fucking corner fucked by the monkeys. I guess technically they're gorillas. Alright, I've got an ult coming up. Yeah, there we go. Hey, this is pretty fun.
Oh, we got a Reinhardt in the mix. Yeah.
Whee!
I've got my ult. Need it.
Alright. If you
Alright.
said it... Oh, we got a tracer now. Which I'm actually less
How many
afraid of.
tracers?
As far as I can tell, just the one.
4 tracers. Oh, nice. You know who the counter tracer is?
Love it.
Oh, Winston.
As it turns out, that is true. Also, these tracers can't seem to keep the shit straight. They don't know what's going on. They're not really good at being organized. Not nearly as much as the Winstons. Shit really changes when you have to aim your gun. Oh man, I got fucking stuck by Tracer as Diva.
Oh bullshit.
Jesus, that's so much damage.
Oh, what the?
We all need to be Winston.
Man, fucking.
Oh, that's cute. They just double ulted
Unless you
me.
got your ult. If you got your ult, you can go play. Oh, yeah.
Imagination is the essence of discovery.
Okay, well now they all have their goddamn ults.
Yeah, Winston. Aw, I would never get out of the emote quick enough.
Haha. They were all like, look at all the damage we do suddenly. Like, yeah, but unfortunately you also have no health. Alright, well that was fun. We're just gonna keep this up.
Yeah.
Who do you think they're gonna switch to? Let's do all Reapers.
Sounds good with me.
Or do a 3 Reaper combo. Oh my god, we get 3 Death Blossoms, you guys. Oh, where's that basketball?
3, 2, 1. Round. Capture the objective.
Okay, well that was too high. That had to be too high.
Ow! Ow!
Meow.
Not about to die, just some fucking random Junkrat bombs. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's a fan of that, it looks like. Oh my god, they are all Junkrat.
That's a lot of Junkrat.
Zarya.
Oh, Zarya or Diva, yeah. The Diva can just like defense matrix all that shit in there.
Yeah, she was coming in handy with me for the, all the traps, Jesus.
Together we are strong.
Or Farah.
Barriers on you. Go.
That's too early.
Oh, damn. Man.
Jesus Christ.
I am here.
Looks like Far is winning this one.
Oh, farther.
Nice job.
They're like, alright, this isn't it.
Not anymore, it's not.
You can't just throw damage everywhere.
Oh, you faggot. Faggot. Choke rest.
All we need now is a healer. Haha. Can't kill me, I got my shield. Fuck you.
Another one.
No, I think. Oh no, it's coming, you're right.
Up top. Oh, there. No.
It's gonna kill me. Somebody's mad.
Fuck.
Oh my god.
What are they now?
A bull. Fucking.
Hey. Somebody walk.
After they use their ult, they become May.
Two.
It's half May, half Junkrat.
Far.
Well,
Oh my
at
god.
least it doubles in.
What's the answer to May? I forget.
Oh, excuse me. Too slow.
Practice makes perfect. Science will reveal the truth.
Okay. Let's see if I can't. Wow, Zenyatta?
Yeah.
Huh. Who'd have thought?
Distance heal.
Is my will.
It complements, here we go. Damn it. Of course, if you get first, that's the bad.
Oh my god.
You got me.
Looks like we lost this one. Yep.
Alright.
Oh, fuck my ass.
This is a real nail biter.
Justice ain't gonna dispense itself. A warrior's greatest weapon. Don't move.
No,
God damn it! I just need that one. I guess we're not in arcade mode, so it doesn't matter. Or we're not in quick play, so it doesn't matter. Which one of you motherfucking McCrees was that?
You'll never find out. Oh, they're all Hamza.
wow.
Okay. I wish you guys had stayed to protect me. Let's just do this. Actually, I feel like that'd be an easy way to get myself killed. Let's do this. There we go.
Doomfist? I'm liking the soldier though. No, stop doing push-ups. What are you doing, soldier?
Remind me to stay off your backside.
Okay. What was that? A headshot? I have a hard time believing anybody could beat Soldier 76, like a whole group of them, between the healing and the just direct damage.
Okay,
okay,
I was gonna heal you, but okay. Bastion! Ah! I'm pinned down. Damn it. Headshotted me. Whoa. They have 4 Bastions and 2 Hanzas. 4 Bastions and a Hanza.
Genji.
Oh, I got punched in the face. Somebody's on the objective. It's a Bastion and a Hanzo.
Ah. Too bad. Oh, that's cool.
Genji.
You have a Reinhardt too.
I almost had my ult. That was so decent. No, good shit.
Alright, that's not gonna bounce back the dragons.
Yeah, I got heals.
Oh, I did not see that guy.
Oh,
Oh, they went
I
back
can have
in.
my ult now. We have 3 Winstons, Roadhog, Reinhardt, and a Honda, so. Nice.
Oh, that's not going to work. I'll keep Genji.
I will not falter.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Bitch! What the fuck was that noise?
Oh, no. It was from my side, but.
Bitch! We got a Doomfist. He's dead.
They killed me, but you guys should be able to do
I
it.
think we're good. Boom!
Solid.
That was fun. Had a good time. That's some pretty good kills with Genji too. I never have good kills with Genji.
A lot of deflect.
Yeah, I deflect one of Symmetra's like balls right back into her face.
Hey, you asshole, you killed him and while I was pushing him off.
Yeah! That's a personal victory. I can knock that off my achievement, my lifetime achievement list.
What a Genji card.
Yeah, fucking Genji victory that everybody voted on. Good times. Good times. First one of the day, also. I wish I could get loot boxes.
No, it just takes us back in. Damn it! I thought it dropped us out.
Why were you planning on doing competitive?
Oh, I had a loot box.
Alright, let's all go Genji.
Again.
Get out of here, mosquito. Oh, we're just waiting for players.
Let's all go Genji. Who has Sentai costume? You bitch. I was like, who has the Sentai costume? I saw it. No, I saw it. Last game.
Damn it! I was sneaking up on a fucking Hanzo, I swear to God. I like heard him in my headset and I was like, oh shit, he's right next to me. And when I turned around, his back was to me. Fuck. Yes, we're all going Genji. Thank you.
We all are gonna go Genji. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, what's that noise? Who stuck their microphone in the washing machine?
Fish tank. Oh, we're defending. Perfect defenses.
Yeah, the enemy can't kill us if we're just deflecting all of their attacks.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Cover the area in kunai. Oh, dude, this guy has the summer game skin. I'm jealous.
They need to make like a track one. Where you drop like call tracks and shit.
Oh my god, they're all Genjis!
Oh my god! This is wonderful.
It's a fucking ninja battle.
They're besting us so far, man.
Yeah, they're kicking our asses.
Just
get back.
Slice.
Just get back to the point.
Take the
bullshit.
shortcut.
I'm gonna deflect all their attacks. You guys ready for this shit? Ah! I killed somebody! I killed somebody!
No, fuck.
I have a feeling this isn't gonna go well for us. There it
Which
is.
uses rival. Hanzo.
I feel like it's just gonna lead to us to Hanzo getting shot in the face with his own arrows a bunch.
Oh, you lucky fuck.
Oh man, he got away. Oh, and they came to get me. Alright, so I'm just gonna pick somebody that's not. Wait, this is dumb.
I saw it.
What now, bitch? What now? Fucking Planet of the Apes up in this bitch! Thought they were just gonna take the game.
Oh!
Man, I hope they don't figure this out before we get our ults. Get out of here, Lucio.
Reinhardt. 2 Reinhardt. 3 Reinhardt.
3 round yeah.
Don't forget about that house pack over there, Gio. One over there.
Yeah.
To the right, yeah. And then that door to the left.
Right.
Fuck you too right here.
I'll fight off all the Reinhardts!
Damn it. Ham.
Fuck you, Genji, dude.
Oh man, they jumped on top of my ass like it was fucking nobody's business.
Oh no.
Hey. Break it up. You just have to stay in there for a little while. Hey, it's alright. Oh, I was gonna just lock him in again. There you go, guys. Use your monkey abilities. That's right, bitch. Fuck him up! Fuck him up!
There's still 4 minutes.
Ah, look at that.
Sorry. Oh, that wasn't me. That was your fault. Okay. Okay. Oh, dude, looks like they're taking this.
Wow, if they all saved up their ults and shit.
What do you mean defeat? Oh, yeah, alright, we were defending.
Just got a
That's
triple
right.
kill at the end.
Oh my god. Me? Yeah. Yeah. Fucking Genjis. I guess you're gonna get the vote on this one, Keaton.
Accidentally voted. Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna take a quick intermission real quick, so I'm gonna rush you.
No boss.
Oh, dude, I was so close to a loot box.
Yay, box. Oh, I'm fucking hungry. Today is a bowl of soup.
I think the transformation highlight intro is kind of gross. I don't know why. It's probably the idea that there's all that fluid moving through her body all at once.
Coalescence one is the best.
Which one is?
Coalescence.
I mean, yeah, I like Vanishing Act also.
No, Kamehameha.
Yes, the Kamehameha is cool, but it's not as nuanced as the Vanishing
No.
Act.
It's not as nuanced. Blah, blah, blah.
Hey, I could make fun of you too, asshole.
Don't, I'm sick. I love pumpkin pie.
Fuck, dude, I just realized I haven't had a slice of pumpkin pie this year.
Come on, man. It's my
They'll
favorite
probably go
thing.
on sale.
For sure. Well, I mean, they were on sale. Like, I got this one for $4. It's normally like 8. Fucking 50% off pie.
Are you just eating the whole thing?
I am, because I'm the only one here that likes pumpkin pie.
Damn, son. You lucked out then.
Now you got key lime pie, which is little.
Hey. Don't disrespect the pie, alright? If it's a pie, I'm their guy.
You're the pie guy.
I'm the pie guy. Also cookies. I will accept cookies as well.
Do you prefer pie to cake?
Yes, for sure.
Alright.
What do you think?
What about me? What?
Cake or pie?
Both.
It's not a bad answer either.
It's also not
And why does it
acceptable.
have to be? Ah.
No, I can't really decide, honestly. I like both.
What if I choose like cake?
Cakes and pies, cakes and pies.
Alright, competitive.
Fuck yeah!
See, most people put whipped cream on their pumpkin pie. I don't need that shit.
Yeah, I feel like pumpkin pie is fine on its own. Damn. I guess since I don't have any like other big skins to buy, I should start saving up my money for these highlight intros because some of them are really cool. Harmony and Discord for Zenyatta is fucking awesome. Ah. What's the other one?
One that goddamn Cthulhu skin.
Did you not get it?
No, I got Symmetrous Dragon, which I'm totally cool with. I just don't play her that much. But it's an awesome skin nonetheless.
I ended up getting Reaper's. No, I didn't get anything but McCree's Van
Van
Helsing
Helsing?
skin. Yeah.
That's cool.
It's okay.
I mean, it could be. It doesn't really look that different, honestly. But I mean, yeah, it's okay.
I'm not a huge fan of it. I mean, I could have thought of like maybe several others that I would have liked before it.
I really like Zoya's.
Oh, the 80s one?
Yeah, like glam. Don't remind me of the fucking that show that you were telling me about, the female wrestling one.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You should watch the Glow.
Yeah.
It's all about that. Did you see Glow, Gia? You seem like the type that would have watched it.
Hello? No.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. It's fucking good. It's got what's her name who played Annie. Everybody loves her. I don't remember her name. She played Annie in Community.
Allison Brie.
Yeah, it's got Alison Brie in it, and she does really good. It's got Mark Maron. Love me some Mark Maron.
Who's Mark Maron?
Mark Maron's a comedian. No, you're thinking of Mark Meer. Mark Maron is a comedian. He does like a podcast. He's kind of introspective. He's a smart little dude with like a weird bristly mustache.
He had a show on IFC.
He also has a show on IFC called Maron. It's kind of like the Louis C.K. Or it's kind of like Louis. Cruel Chicken.
Regen freezer. Biscuit bag.
Okay. I'll stick with you, Dante.
Science will reveal the truth.
God fucking damn it.
Yeah.
Come on, that was in the hoop. Is anybody else watching this? Fuck, that was a little over. But the other two looked like they were there.
Round 1. Capture the objective.
In order to get the confetti and stuff, you have to make it from the table to the basket.
Oh, well, son of a bitch.
I cast this force.
To the right.
I can't hear him, sorry.
Damn.
God damn it.
And it's all covered in foil.
Starving. Starving.
Stormy, you starving?
I'm starving.
Not dead yet.
That's the only thing that sounds good.
You got fever. So you can't have potatoes and milk.
This is my will.
I don't know. Do you have fever or is that from the heat on you? Feel like you're hot. Drank anything recently?
Right. Yeah.
I want to take a temperature.
I'm the one late.
Okay, well that's not going well. I apparently cannot target what's his name's turrets, which is terrible. Oh, alright. Well, I was
Sorry,
not on
you
you
were the only
guys.
one up there.
Yeah, I was not on you guys, so that's my fault. You need to
No, we gotta
regroup.
whip out.
Yeah.
Must all make
Okay, fuck this.
science.
Oh, right. This turn.
Touch from afar.
I have my ult. That's all.
Right here.
Okay, they got a bunch of Symmetra fucking turrets in there too, so.
Yeah.
I'm gonna contest as long as I can.
I'm on the way.
Oh my fucking god.
I mean, that turret was set up the whole time. Good try there, Dante. I've never seen anybody get that close. Alright, so I can't play as Moira in competitive, apparently.
Oh man. Alright, I got this one. This is the temple.
Here we go. We'll balance it out a bit more.
We're trying.
Oh, wait. Oh, damn it.
3, 2, 1. Round 2.
Damn it.
Come on, you slow asses. Oh, there's a car to the side.
Fucking bitch. Shut up.
Godspeed. Hey, let me see it. Yes, got it. Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and heal myself. Damn it! Fuck you, I hate Junkrat so bad.
Oh, fuck you, you fucking whore.
Damn it, dude. She
Damn.
just off that shield.
How are they at 58% already? I feel like I almost had it captured a second ago.
In the beginning, it doesn't stop it in this capture.
God damn it. He ulted just me. Keaton, get on the fucking point. What are you doing?
Oh. Cool.
Nice job.
Damn it, it's fucking.
No, go the fuck away.
Give me a second, on the side.
I did everything I could. Get on the point. Shit.
Play of the game.
Cruel chicken. Yeah, I think this is when she... Oh no, this was not when she killed me.
Here's when she killed me.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Jesus. Jesus Christ. Dear Lord. That was terrible. But on the upside, I leveled up and got a loot box. And had like 3 gold medals.
I wonder what I got dropped to. Like 19 something?
Oh
Am I
my
still in the
god.
1900s?
I hadn't even thought
Please
about
still be
that.
in the 19th
Shit.
century. Please still be in the 19th century. Please still be 1955.
Oh
I still have
god.
electricity.
1888.
You
That's
have
not fair.
electricity? Yeah, you got electricity. 55. I think I'm what, in black and white? Yeah, I'm in black and white. TV.
I got 3 whites and a blue. Again.
Okay, so what do we want to go to?
Well, I'm down to keep
Alright.
going. We got
Let's see
11
how
more
far we
minutes.
are.
10 minutes. Alright, Keaton, get out of here. We
Mhm.
don't want you here anyway.
It'll just take a minute.
I'm just joking, I guess.
You guys want to do lockout since he's gone? Since he's out?
Yeah, let's do that. That's fucking awesome.
I'm sorry, Keaton. Where are you going?
To download Job Simulator, 'cause Sarah wants it.
Oh, okay. You feeling alright?
No, I feel like shit. Mom says I got fever. I don't know. I'm gonna take my temperature in a minute.
Okay.
I feel like it, dude.
Just remember, if the erection lasts more than 4 hours, contact your doctor.
That's good. I'm gonna ride that son bitch out.
It's not really your job, it's the other person's at
They
that
need to
point.
say that, like, just remember, if erection lasts more than 4 hours, you're welcome.
Yeah, except you can lose your dick when that happens.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because it's not circulating.
Yep. And then your dick just dies super hard right there. Turns black and falls off.
Dead. That's
You've
perfect.
got dead dick syndrome. Sorry, sir.
EDS.
Alright, here we go. You guys are about to get healed the fuck up.
Let's go below. Below. Hey, they're going the other way. Let's go this way. What up, man? He's all hurt, dude. No, you are going to die, man.
Down.
Damn it, dude. Soldiers output on damage. Shield. Oh, you don't have enough stuff. There it is. Good pull.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Okay, well you can't do that twice, right? You fucking cunts. Your bullshit ass mercy. Did enough damage to kill all your team over and over again. A couple times.
Yeah, we got this. I just wasn't able to get, close the distance. Your team
Yeah, no,
didn't
I was
close
on
it.
I was on
You
Gia
just
trying to
ran
heal him, and then they got you, and then they got Gia. Because he doesn't know how to stand behind his fucking shield and shoot, Gia. What was that?
Oh, I didn't have the shield out.
You just stand behind it wherever it is.
Fine.
It's a Hanzo.
I heard a Hanzo, yeah.
I got him right here on me. Coming down these stairs. Up these stairs. There we go.
Come in.
Little Asian girl coming through. Hey, good job.
Those balls don't play. You got a big purple ball in your face.
Prepare for battle. Select your route.
No. Go ahead. You can heal yourself. Oh, that's a good one too. It's a good choice. You're a smart man, Gia. You're a smart man.
Oh, did it get it? Okay, yeah, cool.
Fight.
Oh, dude, we got mega self-healing. I'm gonna try and sneak up on them. Oh, Farah.
I'm the big fat guy, big fat guy. I'm like way big. Like 5XL. Man.
Enemy eliminated.
You know, his legs must be like powerhouse since he's able to
Score.
carry himself around like that and all the guns and stuff.
Prepare for battle.
Well, I mean, he's definitely a big motherfucker, that's for sure.
Yeah, I guess Junkrat's like 6'4" or 6'5", but
Dude,
he's
he's just
always
never standing
hunched
up
over.
straight, yeah.
Yeah.
Imagination is the essence of discovery.
1. Fight. Match point.
Going down again?
Yeah, it seems to be
Yeah.
the working for it. I'll go up.
Oh, no.
Oh, I got shot in the face.
Shit.
Enemy eliminated.
I'm down.
It's alright, we're 2-1, so chances are good that we'll be okay. And it's 2-1 versus Moira. I think she can kill Mei from the range, but all you gotta do is just stay away from her.
Coming up.
30 seconds remaining.
Oh shit.
For nothing if we don't attack now.
Huh. With one A. Wow, I didn't even notice your health bar. Holy shit.
Talk about clutch, man.
Jesus. When you threw that ult to the right, I was convinced that you had messed it up. I was like, she's not gonna go over there.
Well, it was either I scare her towards me when I do that, or I'll just come around it behind her.
Well, it worked out. Fucking worked out
Yeah.
beautifully.
Heart was pumping.
Well, we would have had a second chance, so it's all good.
Yeah. It's only 4 minutes. Like, hey, do you want the pipe? I'll smoke some weed.
Alright, we got another 2.5 minutes. So I guess since I'm going to be in a game when we hit the timer, I should probably just do the outro now. That's been the podcast. Thanks for watching the Let's Play podcast from Wholesome Hoodlum. Check out all of my social media shit. Twitter, Instagram, Hood Wholesome, Wholesome Hoodlum, respectively. Watch me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Wholesome Hoodlum. And check out my my other podcast on iTunes, Wholesome Hoodlum Podcast. All right, that's it for me. We're going to keep playing, and then I'm going to log out. Yeah, or don't. I don't really care.
Later.
Later, guys. All right, so back to the game. We got another Mercy. Shit.
Oh. Behind, yeah.
Oh, you guys.
It's all good.
It's all good. Damn it! I was like down past that edge when he shot me. I feel like that was a bit of lag, but whatever.
Prepare for battle. Select your hero.
Is that what you feel?
That's what I feel. Yeah, Keaton, it's exactly what I feel. Fuck off.
Good.
I'm sick. You tell me fuck off.
I tell you to fuck off all the time. Doesn't matter what you are.
One.
I think this way, through here.
Yeah, they're definitely going that way.
Yep. I can help you. I can help you. I'm helping you. Okay, wait, the timer just went off. I gotta capture the video. Eventually. Got him. Alright, capturing now.